All right, I am live now for the first time. This is supposed to be a Dallas playoff bound video, and I'm pretty much just going to talk about what what has to happen. I mean, not what has what's going to happen when we play Seattle. Um, because that's probably who we're going to play. We're going to end up playing Seattle in the first round. Probably going to get that. We're going to get that home game. Is what's going to happen. And we just got to take care of business. All we got to do is win one of the next 3 games, and we clinch the NFC East. The Eagles, even if the Eagles just got to lose one of the next 3 games, and the NFC East is ours. Like, either or can happen. It doesn't matter. So it looks like we'll probably be the 4th seed unless the Bears just tank and we move up and we don't lose a game the rest of the season. Excuse me. So, it's very different going live than talking. I guess just doing a skit and then putting it out there. But we got the Colts this upcoming week. No, they have us. They have us as the underdog. They have us losing. They have the point Vegas gave. I guess since it's home and it's basically another toss up, just like it was the Eagles. What the Eagles game was. They're giving not Minnesota. Indianapolis a 3.5 favorite is what it is. So they've won 6 of the last 7 games. They got shut out against Jacksonville, 6-0. And they got shut out 6-0. So, and it's very different going fucking live. I've never gone live before. But they got shut out 6-0 against Jacksonville, and Jacksonville doesn't have the type of defense that we have. So I honestly think that we will be able to contend with the Colts. I'm putting us up. Yeah, how about them Cowboys? It was a good win against the Eagles this past week, man. It was a hard-fought game. I can't believe we went all the way down to overtime, but that's what you gotta expect with the NFC East divisional rivalries. CNS, baby, Beast of the East. Hey, man, it's my first time going live, and I'm excited. Yep, Cooper did save us, man. Cooper did save us. He saved this whole season, basically. Everyone was making fun of us for that trade. They're making fun of us for that trade, saying we gave up too much. But honestly, me and a few other guys, yeah, man, this is my first time ever going live. But, yeah, everyone was giving us a hard time about that trade. But me and a few other guys, were on here talking about how, give up a first round. Because who are we going to draft from the first round? We were going to draft the wide receiver. And to be honest with you, nobody, I don't think, is worth a first round draft pick as a wide receiver. To me, that's just what I think. So I'm glad we got Cooper. And this guy, what he's done for us, not only in the passing game, but in the run game, is just amazing. He's the reason why Zeke is now going off for 120 yards a game. He's the reason why Dak has a now passer rating of 120? It's the reason why Dak, for the first time in his career, had over 450 yards passing. Do I expect him to do that every game? No, because that's not the type of quarterback Dak is. Dak, I'm not saying he's a game manager, but the way our offense is set up is through Zeke. And without that number 1 that we had, in Dez Bryant, they were stacking 8-9 guys in the box. Even if we got a wide receiver first round. Even if we got a first round, it would take it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why I don't think anybody in the first round is anybody coming out of college this year is worth the first round pick. I think we're good with Gallup as the number 2. Beasley is back in his comfortable spot at the slot. And we got a true number 1 in Amari Cooper. The only thing, yeah, I know, Landon. I've been saying that. Dak should have had over 600 yards passing only because of the Gallup throws. He overthrew Gallup 3 times, wide open downfield, and overthrew him on a cross route for that interception. 4 times he fucked up right there. 4 times. Yeah, NYG, I know you're looking. This is my first time going live, man. But what do y'all think about because we're probably, if the Bears stay at the number 3 spot and we stay at the number 4 spot, we're probably going to play Seattle. Probably going to play Seattle at home. And what do y'all think about that? Y'all think, oh yeah, I know, our red zone does suck. Our red zone offense does, and I don't get it. We can move the ball downfield. We move the ball downfield easily, waste time off the clock, and then it seems like once we get in the red zone, we start passing. Dak's in the shotgun, trying to throw fade routes and all that. We don't have a Dez Bryant type of player. Yes, we have Gallup who can go up and get the ball, but he's not as tall and physical as Dez was. Dez, you can throw it up in the vicinity of where he was, and he was coming down with the ball. Easy. That's why he's the leader he's a franchise leader for the Cowboys with over 70 touchdowns. What's up, man? The refs. I don't get how they can say the refs did it. Like the refs helped the Eagles win when the Cowboys had 11 penalties to the Eagles 5. Like I don't understand that. Like I don't get it. Were they more significant? Maybe, but there were 2 calls: the Gallup call and the fumble. The fumble at the beginning. The fumble at the beginning, it was clear. Come on. I mean, we all know that there were 3 Eagles on top of the ball. That should have been Eagles ball. But for whatever reason, they gave it back to Dallas. And the Dallas Goedert pass interference, to me, it could have gone either way. It looked like he pushed off with the shoulder. It looked like he didn't. So, but Xavier Woods needs to wrap up and not hit Goddard like that. He can't be bumping him with the shoulder. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't, but you know what? We didn't need the refs to call a penalty because look what we did. Van Der Esch with the interception. Our defense is really stepping up. And I'm excited. I'm excited for our defense. Our defense wins championships. What's exciting to me is we watched the Bears shut down the Rams. Even though the Ravens lost, they held the Colts. I mean, not the Colts. Yeah, Colts are next, Landon. But they held Kansas City to 24 points going into overtime. And then we shut down the Saints. Like, those are 3 of the high-powered offenses that are in the league that we were able to shut down. That teams with good defenses were able to shut down. Yeah, the D is very young, and it looks like they'll be around for quite a while. And I'm excited for that. Our 2 linebackers, are the reason why, this defense is what it is. I'm in the parking lot of Target. Holy shit, people are crazy, man, just driving everywhere. I just got done working out, and I just drove over here. But I'm excited, man. Like, we're back in the playoffs. Oh, I know. The Cowboys, NYG 31, I know. They did own the Saints. Like, I had been saying it in my last videos, and people were making fun of me, that we had a hard time bringing down Colt McCoy against when we played Washington on Thanksgiving. What's up, Cowboys Face? Go subscribe to Cowboys Face. He makes some good videos. I like his shit. But back to what I was saying. The reason why we had a hard time bringing down Colt McCoy was because he scrambles. He can run. He can scramble, he can run, he can get out of the pocket and extend plays. That's why it was a little tough for us to bring him down. With Breeze doesn't do that. Breeze stays in the pocket and and stands his ground and makes his throws. Well, if you get pressure on Breeze, he's not going to run. And him being 6 foot made it a lot easier for us to do what we did, to shut down that defense, to choke them out, as far as DeMarcus Lawrence would say. Yeah, you're right. They can't talk shit. We did sweep them. We did. We did sweep the Eagles. And Breeze, I mean, Breeze isn't known for being a mobile quarterback. He's not. He's not. He's a stand in the pocket and stand his ground and throw the ball from the pocket type of guy. He'll move if he has to, but as you can tell, what we did to him, he wasn't able to move in the pocket. We collapsed it, and we were able to bring him down. Yeah, again, dude, that Eagles game took about 5 years off my life, man. Took about 5 years off my life. I was at work watching it, so I was watching it through the NFL Network on my phone. So it was being, it's like a play and a half behind, and so I'm getting the updates as they're making the touchdowns and the play's about to happen. So I kind of knew ahead of time what was going on, but that last one, I was at work doing some shit and I was listening to it, and I had it in my pocket, so I wasn't watching it. So I guess I was like 30 seconds behind. So when I actually watched it, and I watched Douglas tip that ball in the air and Cooper catch it, it reminded me of Jason Witten from 2016, man. I was happy. I'm still waiting for Desert Eagle to put out his crow video for me. You know, he's gonna be dressed up in cowboy shit, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see his stuff, because it's gonna be the first time that he puts on Cowboys gear, and he's gonna yell out, "How about them Cowboys?" and have We Them Boys playing in the background. And yeah, X Factor, Cowboys. It was deja vu. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had my broom also in our hate week video. You know, just because I wanted to sweep so bad. What makes me laugh about Eagle fans is that you got some Eagle fans talking shit and saying stuff to Cowboy fans is, you know, have higher aspirations than an NFC East divisional championship. Like, it's like, bro, that's all y'all could talk about for 51 years until y'all won a Super Bowl. All y'all talked about is y'all been in the playoffs more than us, is y'all have won since 2000. Y'all have won more divisional titles than us since 2000. Like, that's all they talked about. And it just made me laugh. And now that they won a Super Bowl, now they're going to talk shit and say, hey, you know what? Like, you know, just don't be happy. Don't be satisfied with divisional East championships. And it's like, bro, we've been to the Super Bowl 8 times. We're 5-3 in the Super Bowl. Like y'all been to the Super Bowl what? They're 1-4 or 1-3. They've been to the Super Bowl 4 times, and they've won once. So, or was it 3 times? They've been 3 times and then won once. I can't remember. Yeah, the Seahawks beat us earlier in the season. There was some, you know, like I said, at the beginning of the season, shit wasn't going our way. Bounces weren't. But now it looks like bounces are going our way. We would have won against the Seahawks, but Zeke stepped out on that 1 touchdown pass, and just penalties killed us in that game. And so I just feel like since Amari Cooper has come to the team, since we've acquired him in a trade, things have gone differently for us. Things have gone real differently for us, and I couldn't be happier. We've turned our season around from 3-5 and third in division, and now we're 8-5, leading 2 games up with 3 games to go, and all we got to do is just win 1 to claim NFC East. And if we stay at the 4 spot, we're gonna have the Seahawks. We're gonna have the Seahawks, and I honestly think we'll be able to run it down their throat this time. Run it down their throat and use play action to set up for Amari Cooper. Because you know what? With Cooper's 2 big games on Thanksgiving and last night and Sunday against the Eagles, teams got to respect us now. They can't be putting 7 or 8 guys in the box to stop Zeke anymore. They gotta, high safety help with Amari Cooper. They have to, which is gonna open up more more run lanes for Zeke. Yeah, Dak. This was his, in our 5-game win streak. This is the first time he had he threw 2 interceptions all during that week. Yes, he had fumbles, but I'll take the fumbles over the interception. I mean, a turnover is a turnover regardless, but Dak accuracy needs to be better, like I talked about earlier. He had Gallup open 3 times downfield. 3 fucking times downfield. And he missed them all 3 times. And you hit him those 3 times, game's over. That's 21 points. 21 fucking points. We should have blown him out in the, halfway into the second quarter. It should have been at least 21-0. 21-0. And you blow them out like that, they got to get pass happy. They stop the run. They stop running the ball. So Dak does need to be accurate, and he can't hold on to the ball the way he does. Yeah, Joe Looney had 1 bad snap. Joe Looney actually has stepped up big time for us in the absence of Fredericks. Like, he has. Like, I'm happy with him. But it's going to be better when he comes back next year. Our offensive line will be at full strength. To me, what I think we need to do is, I know Xavier Su'a-Filo is doing good right now. He's doing good. I have no problems with him. But Zach Martin, we're going to plug him back to right guard. And I think what we need to do is put Collins back at guard in Su'a-Filo's spot. Put Collins back there. Put Fleming at right tackle. And then, Tyron Smith over there at the left side. And I think we would be beast, because that's his natural position. That's Collins' natural position is guard. So, Landon, they were talking about trying to get Winton back. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they were talking about. So, but you know what? The way these Titans are stepping up by committee, I'm happy with it. Like, they're stepping up each and every week more and more and more. You see them more and more involved in the play calls. So I'm happy with it. But yeah, we got the Colts this week. They did get shut out against the Jaguars, and they did beat the Houston Texans. Yeah, Jarwin had a good game, and they did beat the Texans, who we did lose to. So, it's a toss-up. Vegas gives us a 3.5. I mean, we're underdogs. They give the Colts a 3.5 point favorite. They're 3.5 point favorites to win. But I honestly think our defense is better. And all we got to do, if our offense were to catch up to our defense, we would be unstoppable. Because you know how many times we get into the red zone? We get into the red zone a lot. And we have to come away with field goals because we start getting pass happy down there. I don't understand why you just don't give the fucking ball to Zeke. I don't understand it. I don't fucking get it. Like, you have the best back in the fucking... What's up, blow to Houston? We have the best back in the NFL, and you become pass happy. I don't understand. Fucking hand the ball to Zeke. And do I think we're going to draft a tight end? No, I don't. We drafted one already. All I want out of this draft is to beef up our offensive line. Beef up the offensive line. That's all I want. Is beef up that offensive line, because that's what we're known for, running the ball. That's our MO, running the ball. And we need that offensive line. We need backups. We need better backups. Connor Williams did a decent job when Martin went out. But I honestly think if Martin beefs up, he gets in the weight room, he has a full off season to prepare and get ready, and he puts on 20-30 pounds of muscle. You put him at guard, I think with his technique, he'll be good. And yeah, dude, Landon, I hate field goals as well, man. I hate it. We get into the red zone and then it's pass. And the RPOs, like, we don't. This past game, yeah. This past game, the RPO, the Dak read it wrong. Like when he handed the ball off to Zeke, he should have kept it. Bennett stopped Zeke in the backfield. When he kept the ball, he should have handed the ball off to Zeke. Bennett knocked him for a loss. You know, so you know, I don't give a shit if we do dink and dunk. I don't give a fuck as long as it works and gets us downfield. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't bother me if Dak can't throw the ball downfield 20, 30 yards. 15-yard passes, as long as we're moving the chains, I don't care. I don't care. It does not bother me. So, it is what it is. Like, you know, all we got to do is hand the ball off to Zeke. What we got to do is hand the ball off to Zeke, you know, get a third down and manageable, and all we got to do is play action. Yeah, as long as it gives us 6 points, I don't care about dink and dunk. I don't care about these analysts, these other fan bases talking shit about Dak saying, you know, he's a dink and dunk quarterback and whatever. It doesn't bother me. As long as we're moving the chains, I don't give a fuck. So, what do I think about Barkley? He's a beast. But, you know, just like every rookie coming in that's a high draft pick, they don't got tape on him very much. Very much tape on him. Probably next year when they have all this tape and they can have a full season to analyze Barkley, I think he won't be as explosive or elusive as what he is. I don't. He does remind me a little bit of Barry Sanders, and if he can keep it up, then yeah, he'll be a great back for years to come. But I think once you, same thing with Zeke. Zeke and Dak. They finally got tape on him. And yeah, Dak is able to get 1,000 yards plus, these past 3 years, but it's because he has an offensive line to do that. Barkley don't have that line. And I honestly think if the Giants are mathematically out of it, because right now they're not. They're 5-8, and a lot we have to lose out. Eagles have to lose out. But even then, or no, that's not what I said. They can make a wild card if the Eagles lose out. If the Eagles lose out, they can make that wild card. And, but there's too much shit that has to go on for the Giants to even come close to making the playoffs. And I honestly think by week 17, they're not going to want to play their starters. Odell Beckham may play a half. Barkley may play a half or may not play at all. Why you got nothing to play for? Why are you gonna start your most important guys? Because football is a dangerous game. You can get hurt at doing anything. Coming out of a cut, doing something, blow your ankle, blow your knee or whatever. Why would you risk it? So by week 17, if they got nothing to play for, and really we got nothing to play for, but other than keeping our guys hot, I don't see them playing their starters. And yeah, excuse me. If we stay at the 4th seed, we're gonna play Seattle. We're gonna play Seattle, and they're gonna be hot coming in, and we're gonna be hot coming in. What's up, 5 Rings? What's up, bro? So it's gonna be a good game. Like I said, we just gotta win one, or Eagles gotta lose one. Either way, we'll clinch the NFC East on a 1 win for us, or I don't know if we're gonna play the Bears. I think the Bears can have the NFC North locked up. Right? They're NFC North, right? The Bears. So I think they're gonna stay at the 3 seed, and they'll play the 6 seed, whoever that may be. Right now, the Vikings are half a game leading the wild card behind the Panthers. In front of the Panthers. Do I think Linehan's safe for now? I think they're all safe for now. This is the bittersweetness of everything. We're making the playoffs. We're going to do what we're going to do. And Linehan's going to have another year. Jason Garrett's going to have another year. You know what's fucking mind-boggling to me? Is that when these coaches' jobs are on the line, they bring shit out of their ass. They bring shit out of their ass that we could be doing all fucking year. The first, what was it? When we were 3-5 before we acquired Cooper, when we were 3-5 or 3-4 before we got Cooper, the last 5 minutes of every game, we started to ball. We started to ball. Like, we came alive and we're moving the ball downfield, scoring touchdowns, whatever. Our defense was keeping us in it. And I don't understand why we couldn't play like that all fucking game. All fucking game. And it was pissing me the fuck off. But, you know, we're 8-5 now. We're good. We're good. You know, I'm over the regular season just because I know we're going to the playoffs, and I know the Eagles probably aren't. So, but if we do somehow manage to get the 3 seed, we will end up playing the 6 seed, whoever that may be, the Panthers, who we lost to. But I think we are a completely different team than what they are because they're regressing and we're progressing. Or we might play, the Vikings. I really don't think the Eagles are going to make the playoffs. If they lose 2 more games, they're done. And I really don't see them beating the Rams, and I don't see them beating the Texans. So it'll be the Panthers or the Vikings, and I really hope it's the Vikings. Because right now they're in disarray. Their offense is stagnant with Kirk Cousins, and we own Kirk Cousins. They just fired their offensive coordinator, John DeFilippo, or however you say his name. No, the Vikings aren't safe. And what cracks me up is the Eagles, they fired their offensive coordinator, the Vikings did, and now I'm watching all over YouTube how the Eagles fan base wants him back. John DeFilippo, they want him back. And it's like, if he couldn't do shit with the offense that went 13-3 last year with a great defense, because they had a good defense. And that was a big reason why they went 13-3. But if you have a upgrade in quarterback with Kirk Cousins, because Case Keenum was not the guy, and you were having a hard time moving the ball and scoring, what do you think is going to happen with his play calling in Philly? I mean, I get it. Carson Wentz is a lot better quarterback than Kirk Cousins, but still. You have Thielen, who is the number 1 wide receiver still, isn't he? I'm not, someone correct me if I'm wrong. You got Sean Diggs, who's another top 10 wide receiver. Like, you have, what's the running back name? You have him, I forget what the fuck is the running back's name for. Like, you have a good offense, and, they can't score. They're having a hard time scoring, and you're going to put him, and Eagle fans want to make him the offensive coordinator for what did you say? What'd you ask, Landon? You want to make him the offensive coordinator for the Eagles? Yeah, I'm parked, Gustav. I'm parked. I'm not driving. I went to go work out, and I was in bad Wi-Fi, so I came closer to my house to just sit here and park and talk some shit before I go home. Yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. So I want, I actually lost my train of thought. But anyway, this has gone on too long. It's almost 30 minutes. It's my first time going live. I might do it again. But I just can't wait for playoffs, guys. I can't wait for the fucking playoffs. We finally found our identity in running the ball. Feed Zeke 25 plus times a game. How many of y'all thought that was bullshit, that helmet to helmet or that leading with the helmet call when he ran? He broke that tackle and he went up yards, got the first down, 15 yards, and they called it back. Like, that was bullshit. I've never seen that ever. Like, they said they've called that at least 8 times this year on different throughout the year. I've never seen that shit. Never seen a running back get called for. Exactly. I don't know what he was supposed to do. I don't. Like, you were taught to, when they're going to tackle you, you were taught to lower your shoulder and get lower than the person who's about to tackle you, because you get leverage there. And the other guy lowered his helmet as well. So, come on. And Zeke does that. I don't get it. Zeke lowers his helmet all the fucking time. if Dallas plays Seattle, we play in yeah. Well, Seattle's gonna have the wild card, and we're gonna have the division. So we're gonna get one home game. We're gonna get one home game. If we end up being the 4th seed, we'll most likely play Seattle, and depending on what happens with the 3 and the 6 seed, we'll end up playing the Saints if they lock up first round. I mean, if they lock up the 1st seed. So, but 3 more weeks, we'll figure it out. I think we'll get a clearer picture of what's going to happen after next week. Usually you finally figure out what, the playoff race by week 16. Week 17, you got a couple guys who are playing for their lives. Always, coming down to the wire. But for the most part, you'll have a set of who's going to make it. And right now it's going to be the Saints at the 1, 2 the Rams, 3 the Bears, 4 the Cowboys, 5 Seattle, and that 6th seed to me is up for grabs. The Vikings aren't safe. The Panthers are still in it. The Eagles are still in it. I honestly think, my thoughts on the last game, I think our defense got tired, and that's why we gave up 23 points. Oh, on the last game, the very last game. No, you play them. You play them. You play them at least into the second half, the third quarter. If you want to rest them in the 4th. But remember what happened in 2016 when we played our guys for a half and then we sat them and we didn't play for a fucking month? And we had a hard time in the first half getting our bearings, getting everything right, and then in the second half we just tied it up, and then Crosby had 2 lucky-ass field goals. Remember? No, you play them. You play them. I even said that in 2016. I said, why? You're going to have a month off. Let them play the whole fucking... Don't have to play hard. Play half-ass, but at least, get in game. Yep, fuck the Eagles. That's right. I fucking hate the Eagles. I hate the Eagles. I can't wait 5 rings for Desert Eagle to go on and do his crow for me. He's going to be in a Cowboys jersey. He's going to say, how about them Cowboys? Talk about the Cowboys. He's going to have We Them Boys by Wes Khalifa playing on in the background. Yeah. Breed, he's been showing some nuts, actually. He's been showing some nuts ever since that Texan game when he didn't go for it in overtime when we should have. He's been showing some nuts. He's at that point he was coaching for his job at that point. And so that's why he's been, calling shit out of his ass. That's been working for us. So, but all y'all guys, I appreciate y'all viewing. I'm about to head home. I need to get some rest. I'm fucking hungry. But I'm about to head home. I appreciate y'all coming on for my first live stream ever. So, I'm going to do this again. And it's been fun. But, all right, guys, I'm out. Peace.